What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chris coming at you for another Dueling Bros video, and today I am bringing you an update to my Emerald Steel list. And I always happy to play Emerald Steel. Okay, it is a very fun deck to play. I have a lot of fun playing it. With set three, just brought just that Ursula into the mix, Robin Hood. It just really made this deck come together. The Cursed Merfolk. It's just it's this is a lot of fun to play. Okay, and it has changed a lot from the beginning, my beginning list when I did my original deck breakdown of this. So I decided that I would do another deck breakdown portion. Not gonna be quite as long as the original part, but let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it, okay? Because this deck is going to be good into blue-red, which is going to be picking up a popularity a lot. And then it's just any slower, mid-range, slower type deck. This is really, really good into. And then of course you have the damaging actions like grab your swords, Zeus, let the storm rage on, and that will allow you to do well into aggro decks. Okay, so this is I think it's just an all-around good deck that's going to be coming into the meta, the upcoming meta, and I don't think anybody needs to sleep on it. Not that anybody was sleeping on Floodborn discard. It's just I've been seeing the Robin's Bow variant pick up a lot, which is good, and I like it. But I don't know that it's going to be necessarily tip-top meta, although I think it is fun to play. I think this discard version will be what you want to run if you're running Emerald Steel. So let's get into it, okay? So we got the Cursed Merfolk, 0 attack and 1 defense, quest for 2, and when they get challenged, your opponent has to banish a card from their hand, right? Or discard a card from the hand. It's a great card, okay? 1 drop, it's uninkable, that's the only downside, but it's still so good. You put the discard pressure on turn 1, okay? I love this card, okay? And then the other card we added in was Bucky, okay? Now, if you're gonna make a green discard deck, you gotta have Bucky. With all the Floodborns we have, is so devastating. Okay, Bucky has ward, so you could just play him there, and as long as you can get rid of their grab your swords and their be prepared, Bucky can just stay there and do discard havoc on your opponent, and it is lovely to watch. Okay, just lovely to experience. He's a 1/1, so he's very fragile. He has ward like we talked about. He quests for 1, so he can quest if you're not afraid of rush, and your opponent doesn't have a hand or whatever. There are situations where he could start gaining you lore, and like I said, his ability is if you play a Floodborn card, your opponent discards a card. Okay, it is such a good card. If you have multiple out there, they have to discard multiple cards. It's a great card. The other change I did, we went down to 3 2-drop Ursulas. I just felt like with this discard format, it wasn't necessary that we always played round 2, which means I didn't need to see round 2 all the time, and I'm being pickier about what songs I'm trying to hit at certain turns. So I think seeing her at 3 is fine, and and you know what? I didn't really feel that bad, so I think it's okay. And besides, we already are really heavy on 2, so going down 1 on a 2-drop isn't really that bad. And we have Benja. Okay, Benja is the other big addition into this, and I say big addition, I mean big addition. Okay, quest for 2 has 3 health, 2 attack, is a 3-drop, which is also like a big thing when we get to why we have him in here for it. But his big thing is banish an item when he's played. Okay, we love Benja for that. Okay, so Fishbone Quill is wrecking people right now with that blue-red deck because they get a couple even 2 Fishbone Quills off, and it's over. Okay, the Maui's out early, Tremaines are out early, Be Prepareds are coming crazy early. Like, it is a big deal. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to nip that shit in the bud, and you play Benja, and they only get 1 ink out of their Fishbone Quill. Okay, and so it's just really good. Okay, and then on top of that, it's really good to help stop the Hiram draw. Oregon's Sleepy Flute. Just items are coming back. Oregon's the Sorcerer's Spellbook and Red Purple. Just items. Item removal wasn't prevalent, so items are coming. In competitive decks are just taking over right now. That just and like lanterns and everything. So Benja is probably gonna start making a comeback, and items. I think we're gonna see where they land after all this item removal starts to come back into these decks. But Benja quest for 2, so he also allows quest pressure on top of that. So it's just pressure on pressure against that deck, and it's already a slow deck, so you're going to be able to discard cards from their hand. So removing their draw power or their Fishbone Quill is going to be pretty devastating, especially if you make them discard and they already kind of impede their hand a little from inking with the Fishbone Quill. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there. Um, Big Cindy is making a comeback. Okay, we love Big Cindy. A lot of steel, a lot of everywhere. I've just noticed that, you know what, she quests for 3, and a lot of people aren't really running a lot of things that can deal with Big Cindy, and I think it's better to have a big body. And Madame Medusa is so annoying that I also want to have something else that can be counteracted by Madame Medusa. And you have to play that Lady Tremaine if you want to take her out, and most of the time we're gonna have other characters out. And because Morph you can play Morph at any time, and then you can slap this Cinderella on the Morph next turn. Very very strong. Quest for 3, attack for 5, 5 health, and resist 2, and she can attack characters when they're ready if you play a song. So that's a way for you to stop your opponent from questing, right? Just a very, very good card. Really help you keep that momentum in your favor also, and then just start questing for a bunch. Sudden Chill in the discard deck, you're going to need Sudden Chill. It can happen twice with Ursula. It can be same with Bucky to just really hit them hard if you know what they have in their hand. It's just a great card, okay? You got to have it in the discard deck, and it runs very, very well here. And then the last card added into the deck is Whole New World. Strike a Good Match just wasn't doing it. Ursula, the only good play was with playing with Ursula. You still had to discard 2 cards, so I didn't like it. Okay, I just at the end of the day I didn't like it. There's only a couple of decks that you don't want a Whole New World, and you can honestly get around those decks without Whole New Worlding them with what you have, because you're taking away a lot of their draw power and their slow decks anyway. So I think Whole New World overall is just good, because also let's get into the sequencing right a little bit. So um, you discard their hand, right? You get rid of their hand, and it's like 3 or 4, like turn 3 or 4, and it happens. I've done it. I do it in this video, or turn 4 or 5, whatever. It gets to a point where they have to choose, where they top deck a card, they ink or play. You have a couple of cards on the field, so they're gonna want to play, but they're gonna not want to miss an ink. So you put your opponent in a real dilemma there, okay? And if they choose to play and not ink, then if they do that a couple of times, then you can safely hold New World and just take advantage of that fresh hand even way better than they could, because you are way far ahead of them. And then on top of that, you got Bucky's, so you can probably play a Floodborn, and that's the only way that I would say play it. And it happens a lot more than you think. So you have Bucky's out there, you sing Whole New World, and then you can play another Floodborn. So you get rid of a couple of cards from their hand immediately. So it really is devastating, and it's not as negative to the discard part of this deck as you would think, because you're still able to put the gas on way faster than they are, because you're not discarding cards, you're playing cards. They're discarding cards. You're stopping them from playing while you're playing. It's a very, very good, I think. So, yeah, that's this deck, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. Okay, going against Lemon Lime. Alright, we've made, a lot of changes to the deck, as you just seen, and I think the deck operates maybe even better than it did. So, the only thing I'm not liking is and then along came Zeus at the moment. So I think we'll just put that away for later, and the game said no, you will have one to start with. So this deck doesn't play any items, so we'll just ink that, and then we'll pass. Ooh, Fang, okay. Somewhat scary. Stitch, okay. Interesting, another, and then along came Zeus. Okay, so I think we'll just start attacking their hand by playing this Ursula. Get rid of Be Our Guest. Interesting, that was an interesting hand. And pass. So the Zeuses will definitely come in handy when he inevitably shifts for the Stitch. Flynn Rider. Morph is not helpful at the moment. And we do need to ink. So we'll do this. We could play our Ursula, but I think I want to play the Bucky and pass. Okay, because they're going to play... I probably play Windy Darling. Or Blue, yeah. So our opponent's feeling very safe. That's 100%. And that's okay. Oh man. What to do here, Chris? What to do? I think in this specific instance, it's going to be better to ink the Ursula. Because Jafar can sing and then along came Zeus. He'll be able to draw if he takes out Blue. Our opponent's going to have to discard right now from just us playing him. So... you know, that was a big ink for us. But it's going to be very important that we sing this and then along came Zeus next turn. What did our opponent give up? The Rapunzel. Okay. And we'll pass. Okay. Because I assume our opponent is going to shift for the Stitch. So we'll probably sing with Jafar, and then along came Zeus, and then play Let the Storm Rage On to Flynn Rider to avoid having to discard the other Zeus. And we'll move on from there. Oh, okay, and we'll have Bucky sing Sudden Chill, because Baloo has 0 attack. Okay, so let's get this started. Sing on there. Outright play this on you. Oh wow, interesting. I normally don't like to miss an ink. Oh, what a dilemma. What a dilemma. What could this card be? I guess once again, because of the circumstances, we just have to ink the Ursula. And I guess because we have the ink, we'll just play the Sudden Chill. Now we have 1 card in hand. Now what was that last card that I debated whether my whole life on? It was a Stitch. Okay. Okay. And now we'll pass. Okay, so we'll take out their Baloo. They'll go to 11 because they're going to quest with Baloo this turn, but we'll get to draw. It's okay. So as you see, our opponent, especially if they play a lot, their hand just goes away. Just goes away. Okay, go to 11 from Baloo. We'll draw a card. We draw another Jafar. They don't have a hand, so it's not that big a deal. Do I want to allow them to go to 13? Is the question. Yeah, I don't see why that would be an issue. I don't see why it would be an issue. Lilo can take out a Bucky, but they don't have a hand, so it's fine at this point. Ursula, no reason not to quest, and pass. So we're in a really good spot. We'll be able to take out the Lilo, gain the lore from the Lilo, kill if, you know, they have no hand. So, you know, now they're in dilemma of ink or play. This deck is very, very effective. I'll probably end up doing just 3 games, like a deck breakdown normally would be, just because, well, not normally, I guess I normally do 4 games for a deck breakdown. I'll probably do 3 games for today, just because I did so many changes. I don't really need more. Any Bloodborne we have in here. We'll need to play. So we can play with the ink, the amount of ink we have. Sorry, I had to cough, so I interrupted my thought. And we'll just quest. There's no rush in lemon lime. It's all quest. So our opponent is lucky that we didn't draw Floodborn. We do have quite a bit of Floodborns. Okay, I suggest that they bring back an inkable character, right? Don't want to miss inking. Like you already have a lot. Now I'm going to draw Floodburn and you're going to discard it. Ooh, I drew another morph. You are so lucky. You are a lucky duck, sir. So I'm just going to ink that morph again. You are just lucky. And we'll just continue with our series of questing, and now we're matching, okay? I'm sure you probably drew an inkable card. I'm not mad about it. I'm not. And that's why we save this. Okay. And we have this. Okay. So this will just, if they don't surrender after this, I'll be surprised. I'm going to play this just to put the pressure on. They have no hand, so it's not like you know, they're going to get to the point where they're going to flood the field anymore. We have a Bucky out. And that's game. Alright. What a good game one. Alright, going against Amber Steel. This is always a rough matchup. Always a rough matchup. Okay, so I'm gonna sing Whole New World, I guess. So get rid of the Robin Hoods. Do we need the Jafar? Potentially. What about the Let the Storm Rage On? Whole New World, yeah. We'll keep it. While we're going first, we're gonna have to ink too. We can't keep it. Get rid of it. Got the Bucky. Got two Buckies. And we got a Robin Hood. Okay, so we just have to hope that they don't have the Cinderella. Well, I guess we have this. Oh, wow. Okay. I think long term, two Buckies is better. I think long term, two Buckies is better. Do they have... No. Okay. I like this. They could have Baboom. That would be annoying. Fire the cannon. They don't. They got Flute. Okay. Oh. I think our opponent is making a big mistake. And I'm just gonna quest because you don't have anything. Okay, so I played I inked the way I did. I inked the Sencho because the long-term Buckies are going to be way better in this matchup. Look, our opponent's going to be looking for a song now, which means they didn't already have one to play. Okay, so they gave us time to shift for our Robin Hood. Alright, so that's going to be major. We may not even play our Whole New World. We may make them Whole New World because we know they're going to anyway. So he didn't even get a song, so We're just gonna have to ink our Jafar. It is what it is. Can't look back now. Okay. And you're gonna discard 2 cards, sir. By my order. And I feel like I don't want you to sing. So that has to go away. You could have a grab your swords already in your hand. So we'll pass. I like that. I liked that. Yeah. Okay, now normally the lantern version I think beats out the green steel, but this is, I don't normally play the sleepy flute version, so I don't know how this normally goes. And then we also had a very good hand with 2 Buckies, so it's a really good start. Alright, alright. And another Bucky. Wow. Okay. We might sing Whole New World just because we have the 3 Buckies. We might be able to like shift another Robin Hood, make them discard 3 cards, and then play Ursula and get rid of the grab your swords that they were probably thinking about playing. Especially if they grab your swords right now. Okay, Strength of the Raging Fire. Ooh, but now we have enough. It does feel extra greedy, but I'm gonna do it because whatever. We're having fun here. Yeah. Okay. How do we want this to go down? Because that was not great. We'll do 5 damage here. And it's already kind of in a position where they have to hard play swords if they drew it, so if they drew it, they drew it. Oh, okay. Well, let the games begin. You're going to discard 3 cards, sir. All I have are characters. Gain you 2 lore. That is correct. Oh. Well, this is legendary. This feels legendary right here. So we're going to ink this morph. We're going to play big old tank. Do it all. Yep. Yep. Shazam. What was all that? Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh man. Okay. And then just in case you thought you had a song left. Nope. Not on my watch. And that's game. You had to have top decked another grab your swords. Most decks are only running 3 at the moment. Some have even gone down to 2. This was a good game. Discard is real. It's the real deal. And Quest for Game. Good game. Good game. Alright, going against blue-red. Okay, so I guess this will be a good way to see if this does good against the new blue-red deck. And we got pretty much everything we'd want, I guess, except a whole new world. We got another Robin Hood. Oh, great. Okay. We got Bucky. Let's go Ink Ursula. Put on the pressure with Cursed Merfolk. I like that. I like the sound of that. Popsicle. Okay. So I knew for sure. I guess we have to ink this Robin Hood. We'll play Bucky and pass. Ink a Popsicle. What you gonna play? A Noe. Okay. This is a different version I've seen before. I could get behind it though. I have multiple Cinderellas in the deck. Don't want to miss inking. And definitely just going to keep questing there and pass. Don't want to get rid of Benja because if like a Fishbone Quill comes out right now, we need to nip that in the bud immediately. That wasn't, oh, okay, I guess I thought, I don't know why I thought he had 2 health for whatever reason, but yeah, no, 1. Makes sense. Inkamaui, Fishbone Quill. You gonna use it? Yes. Yes. No. Oh my gosh. It's okay. We're not really trying to get there. Yeah, we don't want anything to... They could have Queen of Hearts, so I'm about to let that take out my Robin Hood. Alright. Make up Manor. Shift for 3 here. They'll have to discard a card. Alright. Take out Noe. So we gain our 2 lore. to 6. And then we attack McDuck Manor. That way next turn it can go away. I imagine a Maui's probably in hand. It's only natural. Oh, the Dragonfire. Bold, I see, the Dragonfire. Okay. So we can't ink this turn, but that's fine. I'm sure our opponent thought that the McDuck Manor was safe. But it is not. They must have like a 6-drop uninkable or something like that in their hand right now. Or, yeah, like, who knows? Quest, quest, quest. That must be a be prepared. That must be what they have in hand. I hope we draw a Floodborn. Beautiful. So if that is a be prepared. Alright, so let's check real quick. One jump ahead. There's no be prepared in there right now. Alright, we're going to play this Floodborn right now. Be prepared. Looky there. Oh, what a great feeling that is, right? And we win. And we win. As long as they don't top deck a Maui. As long as they don't top deck a Maui. Whew. Okay, so I guess Green Steel Discard is doing well against the new number 1 considered deck, and I still really do think that blue-red deck is probably the best deck overall for an in-person competitive tournament. But this Green Steel deck obviously is putting in work, and I hope you guys like the new rendition, I guess, all the little tweaks I've made over the past couple of weeks. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.